Hello, in this PixaFlux video I'll show you how to use the Mesh Spots and Mesh Strokes nodes. The Mesh Spots node paints the surface with a uniform distribution of spots. The radius, color, hardness, and opacity of the spots are randomly set by ranges defined in the attributes. The Mesh Strokes node paints the surface with a uniform distribution of strokes. These strokes are applied by particles that travel over the mesh with random radius, color, hardness, length, and direction. These particles paint with more or less pressure as the terrain slope goes up or down, adding strokes only to the convex or concave areas of the mesh. Load a scene in the Scenes panel. Add a Mesh Spots node. Set the size and the background color. Add scene textures to display the new image on the mesh. And let's add a black metalness image. Double-click the Mesh Spots node to activate it and display its image. Select the scene and object in the Attributes panel. And add some spots. Modify the radius. In the Mesh Spots and Mesh Stroke nodes, almost all attributes have two values. These values define the range from where a random value is chosen. Modify the hardness. The opacity. And the random seed to get different textures. We can change the background color. And use an image as a gradient from where the spot colors are randomly chosen. Set the size to 2048 by 10 and point B to 2048. Connect the gradient image. The Mesh Spot node grabs colors only from the bottom row of the gradient image. Add some color keys. Add more smaller spots. Let's add a mask image to control where the spots are drawn. Now let me show you the Mesh Strokes node. Set the size and the scene and object. Add more strokes and make them thinner. We can make them longer. The turn attribute randomly changes the direction of the particle to the left or right after each step. And we can also set the size of the steps. The node paints straight lines between the endpoints of the step. We can get different variations with the seed attribute. The pressure attribute tells the particle how hard or soft to paint when the slope changes. This allows us to paint only convex or concave areas. The slope and slope delta attributes tell the particle what slopes are easy or hard to climb. and the inertia controls how much the particle changes its pressure when it travels through a slope. All particles start with the lowest pressure, so a value of 1 can change the pressure. Besides using a brush, we can also paint with 1 pixel lines. We can change the background color and use a gradient to get different stroke colors. And the mask controls the opacity of the brush strokes, or the line drawing. These are the new mesh spots and mesh strokes nodes. Thank you for watching this PixaFlux video tutorial. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us in Discord, Twitter and Instagram.